Has anyone here ever wondered what God did before He made earth? I mean, according to the Bible, He's been around here, there, and everywhere for absolutely ever. So what happened? What did He do? Mr. Competitions Chair. One day God obviously went and said, you know what? I'm bored. I'm going to make a play area for myself. I'm going to call it Earth. And poof, He made the oceans. And poof, He made the mountains. And poof, He made the land. And He rested. And within the next few days, poof, there He went and made animals. Poof, vegetation. And He stood back and He looked at this and He went, damn, I'm good. And then He said, I want a garden. And He went and He created with a double poof, 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 this most beautiful garden. And on the 6th day, He realized He didn't like gardening. And He had to invent a garden boy. And poof! He called him Adam the Garden Boy. There's a lot of proof that Adam was an absolute idiot. I mean, didn't he question, where do I come from? Where are things called parents? What's going on here? No. He just lands there and goes, oh, look, a plant. He just walks around doing gardening. And Adam goes around doing all of this gardening in this place called the Garden of Eden, which was God's play area. And God sits back and watches us, and as He's watching, He goes, although Adam the garden boy is a damn good gardener, why is he so happy when he's working so hard? He shouldn't be happy. And what happens? That night, while Adam is fast asleep, God, like a sneaky little thief, goes down and very quietly and gently steals one of Adam's ribs and makes Eve, because Adam doesn't deserve to be happy. Now, I told you already, Adam was an absolute idiot. So he wakes up the next morning, and there's this thing called Eve. Does he say, excuse me, who are you? Does he say, where did you come from? Does he say, what are those two lumps? No. He just goes off to do gardening. Told you he's an idiot. And then God makes a fundamental error. He decides to come down and speak to her. And He comes down and He starts explaining to Eve what her role is. Forevermore, Eve, you are to make Adam unhappy. Whatever you can do to make his life unpleasant, go for it. Look, it's been proven in the Bible. It says, and God puts all of these wonderful women on all the corners of the earth, but He makes the earth round. So He tells Eve all of this, and He says to Eve, but Eve, there is one more very important rule. Whatever you do, you may not eat from the tree of knowledge. And here's where God made His fundamental error. Because Eve said to Him, tree of knowledge? Where's that? And He went, it's that one over there. And He says to her, whatever you do, do not go there and do not eat the fruit of that tree. Now, come on, everybody. We all know when you tell somebody that, what are they going to do? So God goes back to His home, and Eve trundles off there up to this tree of knowledge. And she's standing there looking at this tree of knowledge. And what happens? Down comes the snake. Now, I don't know about any of you, but whenever I see a snake, it's always a case of, ooh, careful, the snake. Not Eve. She just looks at the snake. And then the snake starts a conversation with her. Now, if that was me, it would probably be of, oh my God, a talking snake! But no, she just politely has a conversation with the snake. Ending up deciding that the snake knew more than God and follows the snake's advice and eats of the tree of knowledge. What happens as soon as she eats of the tree of knowledge? According to the Bible, she became ashamed. Did she become ashamed of the fact that she had just disobeyed God's word? No. She became ashamed of her body. And not just her body, one particular part of her body. Imagine it was different. Imagine if she had rather become ashamed of a different part of her body, like her nose. Oh my God, people can see my nose. And just imagine little nose panties. Gentlemen, imagine for a moment going off to Mavericks and nudging your friend going, I saw her nose, I saw her nose. How different the world would be today if that had happened. And then, what happens? God throws them out. And the rest is history. From Jack.